Okay, another week have ended. Let's take a look at what the market has done. Let's start off with the SPY, the ETF for the S&P 500. You could see it is getting close to this all-time high at 293.94. Today, the high was 293.49, right? So it's only about half a point to the all-time high. Wouldn't be surprised to see that get hit next week sometime. As you can see, it is on the lower edge of the this rising price channel here. Okay, so there could be support at 291.08. And if we take a look at the Q, the ETF for the NASDAQ 100, you can see it's already hit an all-time high yesterday. Today it closed at a new all-time high. Right? And might see a little bit pullback unless it could break through this price channel or just kind of slowly grind up, because it is at the upper edge of this price channel here, and it has broken this all-time high resistance a few days ago, so it could come back and retest that for potential support. All right, let's go and take a look at some of the other stocks. Let's start off with NIO, the China Tesla company, right? And here we see that it has been struggling, trying to break above that 492. If it break above the 492, I'd be looking at this 535, the IPO low, right? That's the low of the day that it went public. And if we get that, break through that, then we're basically looking at this 560, right? This pivot high here, right? That is for NIO. And the other one is TLRY. That is the cannabis company. You can see that it has been trending down along this trend line here. So be watching for this thing to break above this trend line, then it possibly could move back up to these potential resistance up here at 62.90. And ACB, another cannabis company, it is kind of hovering around this trend line here at the edge here at the bottom of this trend line. So be looking for this thing to break above the 926. If it break above the 926, then I'll be looking for a move back up to possibly this 1052. Let's see, we look at LYFT. All right, LYFT, since it become public, it basically been sold off, and today it made a new low down at this 5432, right? And put in a bullish hammer candle here, so it might be it could be putting in a near-term bottom here, but look for a possible bounce if it could hold above this support here, 55.56. This area, this previous pivot low, and watch it, see would it be able to come back up to somewhere around this 62 area, this 62.10. Right, so that's basically what we're looking for, and this could be, if it break above that, that could be putting in a sort of a double bottom here, and might get a little bit of a temporary run up. Not saying the company worth the valuation, but hey, we're in the trading game, right? Money making game. We are not in the valuation game. And the other one that we want to look at is LEVI. Right? LEVI is also came public again. And hey, there might be a little bounce here, so keep an eye on that if you're trading LEVI. I have not traded LEVI yet, just been watching. And here is a blockchain company that if you're into Bitcoin, you might want to look at this company. Keep this one in mind. All right, this is in a blockchain. That's the technology that is used for the Bitcoin, transaction. So that technology might worth more than Bitcoin, or at least the longevity of it. Right, so keep an eye on that. Basically, it ran up, so I'm looking for this thing to pull back down, maybe somewhere around the 455, and that might be a good area to look for maybe a possible swing long on something like that. And then let's take a look at the gambling stock WYNN Resort. Look at WYNN Resort. It's basically just been running up. We're looking at this 160 area here at the upper channel here. There is resistance up here somewhere around The pivot high here is 151.93, so be keeping an eye on that. And here's the potential support down here near this pivot, or that 138.10, and also this pivot high, which is 133.73. Right? And then we have Las Vegas Sand, LVS, and also that too has been channel running up. And we're basically looking at this 71, possibly 71. And here's the potential support down here, 64.02, essentially down near the lower edge of this price channel. Let's see, what else we got? We got a whole bunch of stuff. All right, let's look at semiconductor. NVDA. Oh, we got ROKU here. Well, might as well look at ROKU since I got the chart on the screen here. All right, so basically looking for a bounce back up to possibly to this level here, somewhere around 70, 71 area. Be careful, the earning is due out soon. All right, all these stocks were basically in earning season, so got to be careful on that. All right. So did have a Fibonacci retracement on also. It came down to the 382 and basically bouncing off the 38.2. All right, so we're basically looking to see would it be able to bounce back up to 75 and take out this 74.35 high. Okay, and let's go back and take a look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA got sold off, right, because of Intel's earning, but basically semiconductor is pretty much extended. Let's see, could we put a channel here? And if we could put a channel up here, maybe we could get some idea where the price might go. All right, so here we are. They're coming down to 174.68. So we might be looking at this, this pivot high here for potential support at 165.28. And if we could get a kick back up, then we're basically looking at this somewhere around this 200 level, right? And got one of my favorite, which is Micron. Let me see, could I find that on my list here? Here we go. Let's take a look at Micron. Micron also got dumped and actually broke this channel here today, but that's okay. We will find it when it comes back up. So we're going to keep an eye to see would it be able to bounce up from this support here, 41.43. We also got a 40.75 there. Now there's a pivot low down here somewhere around 39 area, so keep an eye on that level. We basically want this to see would it be able to bounce back up above 45.32 and then get back up and fill this gap here and get to the 50.10 area, right? But if it continue to break down, then we're basically looking at this level here for potential support, which is 39.02. Then eventually get back down to this right here. There's Fibonacci retracement of 50% area, because it did came back up from the 618, right? Okay, because I believe, let me see, could I get the weekly chart on there? Then we can see where that Fibonacci retracement is drawn, right? It's basically from this low here all the way up to the high. So basically got that retracement. That retracement came down to 618, right? Came down to 618, and we got a bounce. And right now, it is still inside this retracement zone. So if we could get out of this retracement zone, right? This is the retracement zone, right? Okay, if we could get out this retracement zone, then we'll be looking at this 50.10 and possibly get back up. Right, but that might take a little while here because I think it is semiconductor is a little bit extended. So the next one I want to see is AMD. Okay, AMD been holding up pretty good compared to the other ones, but here's the upside 3051 potential resistance there, and also the channel high up there. And right now it's basically been chopping around right here near this 28 and a quarter and 28.50 or so. So if this thing come down, we're basically looking at 25.52, basically this potential support here, and also at the low edge of this channel. Okay, what else on the semiconductor? I guess that's it, right? So let's go and take a look at the FANG stock, starting out with Facebook. Right, you can see Facebook came out with earning gapped up, unable to hold the earning gap, so that is not good in my eye. But maybe it's good in yours, but it doesn't matter what the market will do, it will do. Basically, I'm looking for this thing to come back down, break this 188.30 and possibly come back down to this lower channel line if it continue to fill this gap. Otherwise, you have to get up to this high, then maybe it come up to this 210 level and possibly take out the all-time high. Okay, that is Facebook. And the next one is Apple. Apple is due to report earnings next week, so be careful, right, on the 30th. And right now it is basically bumping up against the upper channel and put in a little bit of a hammer or hangman today. So basically looking for this 199.85 potential support area. If it can hold the support, then we'll look for this zone edge somewhere around this 198 and possibly down at this lower edge of the channel. If it could break 2, then it'd be 212. Once you get above the 212, then we're basically looking at the potential all-time high, and at the 222.75, then the all-time high up here at 233 plus. Amazon reported earnings yesterday, squeezed a lot of people out, faked a lot of people out also, right? Okay, it was projected to move plus or minus 4%, and today it made a plus 2.5%. So, never buy those straddles or strangle. That's a fool's game, all right? An earning. Okay, so it's right now it's coming up to the upper channel here. So we'll see, will it be able to break out and make the all-time high, or will it be coming back down to this 1902 and possibly come back to this zone here somewhere around 1865, this potential support, right? And then the next one is Netflix. Netflix been hovering around this 378.75, try to get up to this 386.80, this pivot high. So we'll see what it'll be able to punch through. If it's not, basically, see, I got this zone here. This basically I got a bracket right here on this balance zone. So it's either going to break above this 378.75 or come down and possibly test this area somewhere around 350 and see what it hold up at this 350. If it can't hold, then we're basically looking for this thing to come down to this area somewhere around 322. And finally, Google. Let's see, Google is coming up toward the all-time high, right up here somewhere around 1291.44. Right? So keep an eye on that. It's basically punching through this resistance, 1271.96. So if it pull back, we're basically looking at this area, this little zone here, support zone, somewhere around 1240. And we also got this trend line coming up on this price channel. Right, so for the plus, the FANG plus, right? So we're going to look at Twitter. Twitter reported earnings and it was good, and see it gapped up. Right now it's kind of fading back in. So it's holding this 38.64, which is this gap here, right? So we keep an eye on 37.47, right? That's this gap point. Got to hold this, or at least if you can't hold that, have to hold this earning gap. If you can't hold the earning gap, then look for it to come back down and fill this gap here. But if it could punch through on this pullback, punch through, get up to 42.14, then look for all-time high. Right? And Alibaba. Alibaba is also holding inside of this zone. It's basically finding support here at 184.80, and look for the possible punch through and move up toward this 199.50 at the upper zone here, if it could go through there. Because right now it came into the zone, found some support down here at the 130, at the 173 area, the lower balance zone. So we'll be watching to see what it continue on to the 199.50. If it's not, then we're basically looking for this 173.09, get retested on the pullback. And let's see. Okay, I don't have BIDU here, I think. But before we take a look at BIDU, let's take a look at Tesla, right? Okay, Tesla, you see earning got kill on this thing. They missed the earning. There's consensus between 66 cents and 69 cents, but it doesn't matter. It's only 3 cents. Based on what they lost, it really doesn't make a hell of a difference because they reported like a 260, right? Was it 260? No, 290. They lost 290 a share. So what the hell is that 3 penny difference between 66 and 69? Not a hell of a lot, right? So anyway, it is coming down, and we basically have to go to the weekly to see what the heck is going on, what kind of price level are we be looking at, because this 248, it got killed in this 248. So basically looking at somewhere around here. Let me get this price level. So I'll be looking at this 235.50 is basically testing that, and then we're basically looking at somewhere around this mark here at the 215.67, right? Those are just basically, eyeballing previous pivot, for potential support, right? Okay, nothing fancy. Don't need to make it complicated, right? So just watch those level when it come down. Now, if you're going to come back up, you have to come back up to this zone here. Then if we chop around in this zone, then that'd be a good sign, right? Then maybe it will work itself back up to this zone, because it's been, like my previous video that I talked about Tesla on the post-earning and also pre-earning, is basically we're talking about this this zone here, the 240.48 and 387 or so, right? Okay, so that been trading on and off by the last 2 plus year, right? So basically on this chart here, I got to nudge it back up, right? So it's basically 287 somewhere around there. Okay, so that is Tesla, and since I cannot find BIDU on my list, right? So I just type it in. Okay, here's BIDU. Okay, haven't been looking at BIDU for a while, but you can see that it's holding up at the support at 164.61. All right, so got a little bit of a maybe a little bit of a bear flag. If we take a look at this, all right, so that might not be too positive here. So we could see a little bear flag, but again, basically keep an eye on 154.15 on the downside, and the 174.25 on the upside, and then the 189. Right. So if it breaks 154.15, then this bear flag is in play. Okay. So what else do we have here? Let me see. What else is interesting? Oh, you want to look at another marijuana stock? Okay, let's take a look at CGC. Right, CGC, let's go back. Oh, by the way, what was that? We were looking at BIDU, huh? Because that's interesting. Was looking at the weekly. This is a weekly bear flag. That is not very good. Okay, and here it is, this channel here. Right, so we got a little channel here, so just watch it. This is on the daily, so maybe get a little bounce on the channel, play the channel for now until it break the channel. All right, so play off the bounce of the channel and take profit on the resistance of the channel. All right, don't be the textbook guy that play the breakout crap. Those things doesn't work. All right, don't play the breakout. Play the bounce of support and and short off the resistance. Right? If you try to play the breakout, long the breakout, and and short the breakdown is oh well, it's up to you. Everybody have the different game. Right? So what was that I was looking at? CGC. All right. Okay, let's go back and take a look at CGC, another cannabis company. You see this zone here, right? We have this this zone here. Okay, so it's bouncing off this 40.68. Look like it want to come up to the zone, and this right here. So maybe we take a look at somewhere around this 52.50. Then there's the other one, CRON. Okay, CRON. And here's another cannabis stock. So you see that it pulled back to basically, depending which way you want to draw this, you could say it pulled back 618, right, 61.8%. because this is inverted. So look for this thing to chop around here, see could it get back above the 1872, and then work itself back up into the zone, or come down, dip below 1415, then look for this thing to chop back down to this zone here. Okay, so that is it. Hopefully your week went well, and hopefully you find this video informative. If not, at least entertaining. So anyway, give it a thumbs up to give it a like, and if you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, really appreciate that you subscribe to help me build up this channel. So click on the subscribe and click on that bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a video or whenever I do a live broadcast on YouTube. So thanks for watching and enjoy your weekend.